So we are ORQA FPV. We work in consumer electronics, mostly FPV drones and military and defense style drones. So here you can see we have our FPV goggles. These are used by the pilots. They wear them on their eyes so that they can see the first person view from the small video cameras that are at the front of our drones. These are our consumer line of our goggles, our military line of our goggles. And then this is just the controller that is used to be able to control the drones. So it's done on 4 axes. You have pitch, you have roll, you have yaw, you have throttle. You're going to be able to, with the consumer line, go out about 2 kilometers. With our military line, you're going to be able to go out about 10 kilometers. Great radio frequency. Everything's done on 2.4 sub-gigahertz. This is our military style drone that can go out about 10 kilometers, carries 2.2 kilos of weight on it. It is designed to be a one-use drone. So it's going to go in, it's going to hit its target, it's going to do what it needs to do. Our goggles here are how all of our pilots are capable of seeing while they're flying these drones through this little camera right here. In front here are all of the electronics that we use inside of our drone. So this is our dual band sub 2.4 gigahertz, runs on 2 different radio frequencies. We have our ESC here, and this is what controls all of the motors and everything. And then our flight controller controls the rest of the electronics. Our module here is what connects into the back of our controllers and able to control our radio links. We are NDA certified and manufactured in the EU. Only company to not use a single Chinese product.
Hey, y'all. So as Barbara pointed out in a recent live stream, I believe that he had, Sequre, whatever the weird name is, the manufacturer of portable soldering irons that are very popular in FPV, has now begun to manufacture, curiously enough, 10-inch drones that are making flight controllers. They're making ESCs. They're making 10-inch platforms, and they're advertising payload capacity, which I've noticed this. It seems to be a new spec out there. I mean, I find it highly coincidental and very suspicious that the timing of all of a sudden 10-inch frames being so popular is now, when there's no demand by the consumer market. You make your own opinion on that, and I'm sure we can all accurately guess why. But it goes to show that, it solidified, am I crazy? But it seems like there's a whole lot of 10-inch builds out there now, where in the past there weren't that many. They're not. There's a reason that the community has centered on 5-inch, because our predecessors have done all the testing and have done all the development and come to give us a platform at 5 inches, the ideal size for freestyle and racing. And other platforms have their place, other sizes have their place, but there's a reason why the industry is so focused on 5-inch and smaller. But there's been a lot of 10-inch designs coming on the market. Then when he mentioned Secure, what have you, I was like, come on, this is so obvious. So went online and took a look, and there's just a lot of different 10-inch frames that didn't used to be there. 10-inch isn't the best flying. 10-inch isn't cheap. 10-inch isn't the safest to fly around people. These frames aren't being developed because there's consumer demand. Okay? These frames and binoflies are being developed for a different demand. And I'm sure we all realize it's military demand. But this characteristic of payload that just shores up the intended investment in developing this class of FFPV. You've got all kinds of new retail sites. Fun Yat got a 10-inch right here, heavy payload. Here they've got a TX12. We've got drone set. They've got an X8, 5 to 7 kilograms. They have the Manta, whatever you want to call it. Here they got the same kit again, the Manta with a Radio Master RC. And you can see here, payload up to 6 kilograms. You got the Sequre. I mean, out of nowhere, they've got a 10-inch. You know, they're making their own stacks and flight controllers and such on receivers now. Apparently, GeoFan is the brand that they choose to put on to put on their machine. RC drone, you got iFlight. Now it's advertised as load capacity of 2.5 kilograms. AliExpress has exploded with them. I mean, look at this one. I mean, don't tell me that's not advertising this sucker can carry 2 mortar rounds. I mean, they're just all over the place. You know, I don't care what side of the fence you're on here. It's none of my business. I don't care if you're a supporter, if you support Ukraine. I don't care if you support your country having this capability to be on equal grounding with adversaries. I don't care if you're a moral objector and you're staunchly against any type of militarization of FPV. You know, it's an unfortunate aspect of FPV, but it's a technology that has the capability, unlike one-wheeling, unlike skateboarding, unlike skiing, FPV, because it's so damn cool, has this capability, and there's no turning back. So I'm just putting this information out here for you to help educate you so you can be stronger in your stance, whichever side of the coin it is. With that said, peace out. Love y'all.